What's going on YouTube? Today we're taking a look at an in-ear monitor from the guys over at Hitiz. It's the S2 Pro Nebula USB-C DAC Hi-Fi digital headphone. And yes, you heard me right. We are doing something a little bit different. We are not going to go ahead and review some Bluetooth headphones, and everyone's doing Bluetooth these days. But for those of you that actually like listening to music, for those of you that actually enjoy what you're listening to, a wired headset simply cannot be beat. And I apologize for my voice. I'm just a little bit under the weather, but I gotta show you these headphones regardless, because I've been testing them out for about a month and I have a couple things to say and some things that I'd like to see in version 2 of these high quality headphones. For those of you that understand the specs, this is going to be the part where you pause the video and read everything for you. But this does have a DAC right into the USB-C, and that's just a digital audio converter, as you can see right there. Pretty cool that you can actually have a little looking glass, a looking window that you can see the DAC do its thing. And it's using the ESS 9281 Pro chip, so it supports PCM at 32-bit and 684 kilohertz, and it also supports DSD 128. Now, if you don't know what any of that means, trust me, I'm right there with you. Not really, but you're going to get some really high quality audio, especially if you have some lossless files, some FLAC files on your computer or your phone that you enjoy listening to. You're definitely going to hear the difference when it comes to your music if you use one of these headphones that have a built-in DAC here. So before we go ahead and tell you what my listening experience has been like, I just kind of want to show you the IEMs, the in-ear monitors from Hidaz. And I know I'm definitely butchering that name, but it is what it is. In terms of the actual quality, I think these are built pretty well, and you can see that transparenciness definitely goes well beyond that DAC and into the actual in-ear monitors themselves. And it's a nice high quality resin. So it is pretty light in the ear. You don't have to worry about that. And you do have removable tips. So in fact, you can change out these tips, and I highly suggest you do. I'll touch on that in just a little bit as well. Now, if you wanted to use your own, thankfully you can. You can just buy the cable. And depending on when you watch this video, the price could be $39 or the price could be $49. The price might always change, but check my link and I'll give you the most up-to-date, relevant, and cheapest pricing available. So you can see here, if you have your own in-ear monitors, you could go ahead and use their cable and DAC and plug it in. So universal type of product if you ask me. When it comes to the actual in-ear monitors, the power rating is 70 watts at 32 ohms, and the signal to noise is 118 decibels. So definitely not bad if you ask me when it comes to an in-ear monitor here. And the cable itself is 6N oxygen-free cable. 1.2 meters is the length as well. So definitely enough cable for you to put this in your jacket, put it in your pocket, plug it into your computer, or do whatever you need to do. Lastly, I just want to show you, you do have an action button. So you can play or pause your music, you can answer that phone call, reject it, and there is a built-in mic right there. So the call quality is actually pretty good, which we'll touch on in just a little bit. Now that's all the specs I want to talk to you guys about. Now really quickly though, let's just go ahead and see what else we get inside of the box here, guys. Now I have been using these for about a month, like I said, and I have some thoughts on it when it comes to sound quality. But let me just show you what's in the box here. Inside of the box, this is going to be everything that you get. So you have a nice USB-C to USB-A adapter. You can plug this into your computer. And when it comes to compatibility, of course it's going to work on most computers, laptops, etc. And the iPhone has to be the series with USB-C. Of course, most Android phones have had USB-C for a while, so you can plug in any Android device and it's going to work with that as well. Again, as long as you do have that USB-C connection. You also do have some different ear tips, and quite honestly, I think this is one of the biggest downfalls of this product. Now, I tested it out for about 2-3 weeks using the medium sized, and I thought the bass was okay. I thought the sound was okay. Quite honestly, I wasn't all that impressed when it came to the sound quality. And then one day I said, you know what? Maybe I need to get a little bit more compression inside of my ear to actually hear what the music can do when paired up with the ST2 Pros here. So I switched it over to the larger earbuds, and let me tell you, much better sound. So while I found the sound to be much better with the larger ear tips, the comfort level for me was not as good as with the mid-sized ear tips. Now again, everyone's ear is different. My ear is completely different from yours, and yours is different from mine. So finding that perfect fit not only comes into play with these ST2 Pros, it comes into play with any earbud, any earphone you come in contact with. You really need to get that perfect balance between fit, sound, and comfort. And for me, none of these earbuds did all three of those things. So I will be investing in maybe some Comply or anything like that and just see if it's a little bit better. But I was very happy with the larger size just because of the sound. So this is the fit of the earbud. Fits pretty nicely for the curvature of your ear. You can see the pointy part goes right to the bottom of your ear there. Loops around, even with some longer hair, definitely loops around your earlobe. And again, decent comfort. They're pretty light in the ear. And this sound is coming from the ST2 Pros themselves. So let me know what you think about the quality. Now again, depending on the ear tip, you're going to have a much better or worse experience. I need to switch them out because the medium, as I said, do not really fit all that well. And the large do not fit all that well either. So I need to find an in between that medium and large. But nice, comfortable, very light in the ear as well. Fits the shape nicely. Blocks out a little bit of noise. These aren't noise cancellations, so don't expect them to be that. But blocks out a little bit of that noise for your commute. Overall, decent job. Now, speaking of the cable, guys, nice quality cable. Overall, I think the build quality of these ST2 Pros are really, really good. No qualms when it comes to the build quality or whatnot. So let's plug this into my iPhone, guys. And you can see you get a little bit of a light there. It's going to let you know what that quality is. It's going to either be blue or the red. Now let's talk about sound quality, guys. Obviously, I don't need to listen to music to tell you what the sound quality is. I've been listening to these for over a month. I thought the sound stage was what I would call kind of like a neutral, well-balanced type of sound. I listen to EDM, I listen to hip hop, I listen to jazz, I listen to rock, I listen to classic. I listen to just about every genre out there. And I thought it did a decent job. I thought, again, it did a very nice job of just representing the mids, the lows, and the highs as well. And none of them really stood out to me, to be honest with you. Sometimes I wish the highs would be a little bit higher, and sometimes that sub bass that I love on my music just wasn't there. Now, again, it all depends on what type of music you're listening to. If you're listening to compressed Apple Music or compressed YouTube music, and if you don't have that high fidelity sound, you're not going to hear what these headphones can do. Now, when it comes to my YouTube music, that's mainly what I listen to, guys, and you can see my settings are always on high when it comes to my YouTube music account. Now, I know I'm not getting that high quality sound like if you have Tidal, but I did test these out on Spotify with the higher quality, and they sounded a little bit better. But where I really noticed the sound stage is when I downloaded my own music. So if we go into my files, I downloaded some FLAC files, and yes, you can easily just switch it out to any device you want. And when you plug it in, you're definitely going to hear the sound if you have some higher quality music. So for those of you that buy these headphones, yes, you are going to hear a bit of a different sound. It's going to be a much cleaner, much more well-balanced sound than, say, my AirPods 2 Pro. And it's going to be an enjoyable experience. But for those of you that have higher quality music, download it to your phone and you're really going to hear the punchiness of these in-ear earbuds. So sound quality, I was happy with. Again, bass heads, this is not for you. You're not going to get that sub-pounding, heart-fulfilling bass that I actually really enjoy. But you are going to get a cleaner sound. It's going to be a much more natural sound than say, Bluetooth earphones. And that's what I really like about these. So sound quality for me, definitely a huge, huge win when it comes to the ST2 Pros here. Now, I do have one issue, though, guys, and that's going to be the fact that yes, this is a wired headset. I know that. So you put it in your jacket, you put it in your pocket. I really wish they included volume up and down controls on the control set here. It's just a pain. I know we all have Bluetooth. We can talk to our phone and say, hey Siri, hey G, go ahead and turn up or turn down the volume. And we get very, very accustomed to that. But I wish they would have just put volume controls on here because it's a little bit of pain to constantly pull this in and out of my pocket, especially when the USB-C adapter is just a little bit on the larger size here. Kind of gets stuck in jackets, caught in pockets, etc., etc. So I really would have liked to have seen volume controls. That's really the only gripe that I have with this cable set. And sound quality sounded actually really good as well. You guys be the judge and let me know down in the comments below. So let's go ahead and hear a sound sample from the ST2 Pros. We're using the mic of the ST2 Pros. My hair's a little out of control today. All good in the hood. Let me know what you think about the sound call quality. Not too bad, quite honestly. Let's just lay it down like normal. What up, what up? Shake your head a little bit, see if it catches some of that noise. Decent quality. When I've talked to people on the phone, they were okay with it. Let me know what you think. In terms of sound quality and in terms of the higher quality audio that you're going to get from these, I can highly recommend them, especially at that early bird price of about $40. You're not going to find a pair of headsets that are going to sound this good for that price. So for those of you looking for that higher quality experience, you really enjoy your music like I do, and you just want that higher quality sound, I would definitely check out the ST2 Pros. They are well worth it in my opinion. Now, these are not going to be your workout pals. Do not go running with these. There's no sweat water resistance for these at all. There's no IP rating. So if you do get water in here, I'm pretty sure you're going to damage the earbud. Now, I sweat a lot. I know that's probably too much information, but it is what it is. And I've ruined a bunch of the earbuds in the past that did not have any type of water resistance rating. So don't run with these. Don't work out with them. And again, because the DAC is built into that USB-C portion, it does kind of stick out quite a bit. So if you put these in your pants as you're trying to lift or whatnot, that bulge is just going to be out of control, and I'm sure you're going to knock it, and I'm sure it's just going to break inside of this USB-C port. It's just not what I would recommend, and that's not what these were intended to be, quite honestly. As a commuter earbud, as a bud that you're using to work from home or do anything like that, I would highly recommend them. Very, very nice quality. So that's really it when it comes to the ST2 Pros here. Once again, guys, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. I'm just a dude that likes music, and these are allowing me to enjoy my music just a little bit more. And especially when I change out these ear tips, I think I'm going to get some much, much better sound and comfort. But that's it. Appreciate it. I'll catch you in another video.